What's going on, guys? It's MOJoe, and today we are doing a war recap. I think this is number seven war recap. I just recorded the last one and I already forgot what number this one is, but that's alright. We went up against Skylarking or Skylar King. I'm not really sure, but we had a terrible war, or not even like a terrible war. We just got a little bit unlucky with the new interface changes. A lot of those glitches where you misclick or fat finger, you know, air quotes on that. So I went for a hocus pocus on my Town Hall 10 on this number 1, and then I had like I think it was like 5 or 6 of those interface glitches occur. Like I missed my Barbarian King ability, which is huge in a double multi-inferno Hocus Pocus attack, because that ability will tank those multi-infernos. And then I clicked a rage spell instead of a jump spell right on this wall, so none of my witches went into the core, and I didn't even realize it. And then, you know, just like a couple other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I used my Archer Queen's ability when she was at full health and behind witches. So, whatever. And then I went for the 2-star on MOJoe and got the Town Hall 46%. You know, I should have had some minions to snipe. But, I also missed my Barbarian King ability in that attack, even though I know I clicked it like 3 times. But anyway, we are going to start off with NSR Hockey, aka Nick, his attack on number 2. So we got the Twirly Girls coming in again. We can't go a war without bringing the Twirly Girls to you guys. So Nick has the GoVaHo. I think he's going to be doing a Shattered entry, so the 2 golems. Bringing a couple barbarians to, this was a cleanup attack, so I think he was trying to trigger some random giant bombs that this guy had on the outside of his base. But as you can see, he's spreading his golems well here, funneling with some wizards. Nice wide funnel. Maybe could have even gotten this wizard right here out wider, but that's alright. And then he gets his Archer Queen down pretty fast to deal with that gold storage, leaving the crumbs in the middle of the funnel. You know, you don't want to start from the middle and then work your way outside on the funnel. You got to start from the outside and bring the funnel in. So he's going to get his Valks in, his Barbarian King. He's going to poison the clan castle. Oh, this also happened. He had some interface glitches happen in this raid. So that heal was supposed to be a poison. And then, you know, he didn't even realize it till way later. The queen is also stuck in this Tesla glitch, which is super annoying. That is actually the reason that this base had to be cleaned up. That queen got stuck in the Tesla glitch, and our attacker didn't even kill the Archer Queen in his kill squad. But anyway, he's going to come in with like a mini wall of hogs here, and, you know, just raging up and healing his Valks in the core. All these point defenses, or the vast majority of them, are focused on the tanky troops in the core, like the King and the Valks, and maybe a couple Golemites that might be left. But that's one of the great things about the GoVaHo, is that if you get your hogs in at the right time, they're going to be living through all that point defense, because it's going to be being tanked by your Valks, your Golems, and your heroes. So he does hit one of those random giant bombs that was outside the core, but he cleans up that air sweeper. I think he gets a little bit of a split on his hogs here, which is just great. And then this base is history. So the GoVaHo is great. Your timing has to be pretty pristine for a lot of things, but always fun to watch, fun to use, and brings a few style points into our attacks. So here we've got me. I'm just bringing a GoLaLoon, you know, pretty easy. I think I'm doing a cold blood, but there's one thing that I want to really touch on in this raid that's pretty important for a lot of LaLoon raids. I think I might have already recapped this in one video, but I'm gonna use the giant and a couple wall breakers to get in there easily, just to make sure I get in there safely. But anyway, just creating my funnel. There's one thing that I do later, shortly here in the raid, right here. I'm bringing this giant in to lure the clan castle, because if you notice, my entry point to kill the Archer Queen is like really far away from triggering the clan castle radius. So you don't want it to trigger so late to where you have to hold your Barbarian King and he never even does any damage. So what I did was I just brought one giant and lured the clan castle out so that I could put my king in earlier. And you know, this is very situational, you don't want to do it every time, but you know, I also didn't have the poison spell, so I had to work with a lightning spell, but you know, it's just old-fashioned. Nothing really changed with the poison spell, but I'll talk about that in a new video. A lot of people are really overreacting about this poison spell, and so I'm going to touch on that. A lot of people are, you know, just overreacting like I've been saying here. But then here comes the Lava Hounds, you know, just working that, this is going to be the counterclockwise motion, starting on the south air defense. And, you know, just, I'm trying to be really patient here on my balloons because I do have 4 Lava Hounds and I want them all to pop. Also, I just want to make sure my pathing towards the air defense is going to be pretty direct, and also got to make sure I get those expos. If you don't take care of expos pretty early in the raid, they can come back to haunt you just because of how tanky they are. A lot of people overrate their damage and, you know, like really freak out about like freezing expos when archer towers, cannons, and Teslas all do more damage than an expo. But see, like, even with how patient I was on my balloons, I still had 1 Lava Hound not pop. So that was kind of annoying, but I do have a decent spread of pubs and a split on my balloons, which is going to help quite a bit on the cleanup. So we're going to 4 times this. Obviously, this is going to be a 3-star attack because I have a lot of cleanup, and you saw that I got 3 stars when I clicked replay. So there is attack number 2. And then we've got, I 3-star number 4 on my Town Hall 10 just to make it easier on everyone. Okay, so this was an 86% 2-star. Only one, I was doing a GoLaLoon, a Shattered LaLoon. I only killed 1 air defense with a Shattered. I didn't even get an Expo, and only 1 of my hounds popped. So 3 air defenses for 3 Lava Hounds and only 1 Lava Hound popped. So I'm not going to show you guys that. That was just stupid. This was one of those interface glitches where the queen got glitched. You know, J Average missed, dropped some funnel wizards, like all of his wizards, instead of his clan castle golem. So he couldn't funnel his barbarian king in, and the queen lived through the attack, and he got a 92% 1-star. We've got my attack on number 8. Jake, here we have a newer Town Hall 8. Jake 7802, 3-starred at first, and then I just you know, tried more of a surgical hog attack at Town Hall 8, and then, you know, pretty easy across the board. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a Shattered LaLoon. This was actually the exact same layout. Number 5 and number 6 had duplicate layouts, so I did the same exact thing here on number 5, except for I just let my Lava Hounds take more damage. And just like I did in the last raid on MOJoe, I'm going to be triggering the CC with a Giant and a Hog Rider to get the CC to pop out earlier so that I can put my king down earlier. But I also got my free funneling there with a minion because the cannon obviously can't shoot a minion and the archer towers were out of range. So here we go. I've got a Giant and then a Hog Rider just luring that clan castle, and then as soon as they start coming back over, I'm going to drop that poison spell. And I think I went into this raid with my mind thinking I'm going to rage my kill squad to try to get both air defenses, and then I forgot to until like really late. So my king was down, my golems were basically down, and I you know, missed a lot of damage that I should have been doing. But my queen's going to help with this air defense a little bit, so worked out pretty well there. That Lava Hound took about half health, and that's just going to be the difference here in how many of my hounds popped compared to my first raid that was on number 6, where only 1 of my hounds popped. So that really sucked, but we're going to 2 times this, you know, just targeted balloons. It's just a GoLaLoon. Nothing special, but we'll go back to 1 times because got to break it down. You always want to make sure, a lot of people miss the core whenever they do GoLaLoon, so make sure when you start getting into that second air defense, you get one Lava Hound in coming at that contrasting angle, and then also you got to make sure that you, instead of like keeping going the same direction, like counterclockwise or counterclockwise or counterclockwise, go the like skip a few defenses ahead. Say if there's like a cannon, archer tower, wizard tower going your like main direction clockwise or whatever, start on like that wizard tower and work backwards a little bit, so more of your balloons will path back into the core instead of going all the way around the outside of the base. So that's a little LaLoon there. That's going to be the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this war recap. It was very centralized around the GoLaLoon. We did get some of those twirly girls in there for you. But if you guys want to see some Town Hall 9 v Town Hall 10 2-stars as well, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely bring those to you guys. But make sure you guys leave a like if you learned anything from this video today. And thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace out.